Hey, what's up guys, Vedant Apps here. In this video I'll be showing you how you can integrate TouchID / FaceID within your apps. The setup I'm using is Xcode 10 with Swift version 4.2. To begin, we're going to drag a button into our view controller. Now, for your app this might be different, but for the purpose of this app and to show you the coding, it'll just be a simple button. Click up here and look at our buttons. Just need to drag one in. Put that there. Constraints wise, we're just gonna click add missing constraints, so that'll center the button for us. And then we'll just double click on the button and say TouchID / FaceID. So now that is done, you need to connect your button to your view controller. Simply control drag. Again, this will be an action. You can call this whatever you want. I'm just going to call it button. And from here you can exit out to your assistant editor and go to your viewcontroller.swift file. From here we want to import local authentication. So right below UI kit, just say local authentication. There you go. Now within the button itself, so make a little space here, and then say let context, then a colon of type LA context equal to LA context with a left and right bracket. So then we're going to say, we're going to create an if statement. So if context dot can evaluate policy. Policy is the policy will be .device own authentication with biometrics, and then the error will just be nil, and then curly brackets as this is an if statement. So then we want to type context.evaluate policy, like policy, and then you want to click the second one with the string reply bool error void. So the policy will be LA policy dot device own authentication with biometrics, and then the localized reason is whatever your message wants, whatever you will tell the user why you need to use TouchID or FaceID. So we'll just type in there. Again, you can type whatever you want. So then just double click here. And we'll create a boolean that can be called whatever you want to call it. We'll just call it good, and then error will just simply be error. And then within the code, we're going to type if good. Then we'll just print. Then we'll just print good. That means it did authenticate. Simply else. And then we'll just say print. So basically what we created here, if it authenticates right, it'll print out good. If it doesn't, it'll print out not good, or whatever the message you want to be. So in my case, I'm doing try again. And for FaceID, one last thing. We need to go into our info.plist file, create a new one, and just type privacy dash FaceID usage description. You can just type whatever you want. Message here. Let's go ahead and run it on the iPhone XR here. So here we do have the iPhone XR. It is loading. So our build has succeeded and the app is loading. So if we click TouchID and FaceID, but before you do that, make sure you go to hardware and then FaceID or TouchID and make sure it's enrolled. So we'll just click and then hit OK. So it'll look for FaceID. If we click matching face, it'll print out if we move that good. So if, for example, if it's not a matching face, if we do non-matching face, it'll say face not recognized, try FaceID again. That, click on matching face, and there we go. So now let's try this with TouchID. So if we load up the iPhone 8 Plus, for example, and we'll go ahead and stop that. Okay, the app is loading. Again, make sure you go to hardware, then TouchID, and make sure it is enrolled. So we click, and then click hardware, TouchID, matching touch. There we go. And if we click that again, and let's do non-matching touch, for example. So TouchID, non-matching touch. It'll ask for a passcode, or we can try again, and there you go. So again, this works for both Face ID and TouchID. So one more time, I'll open up the demo on the iPhone XR, and if we allow Face ID, it'll print out good. So anyways guys, thank you for watching. This was a video on how to integrate TouchID/Face ID within your apps. Thank you for watching, do subscribe, and I'll catch you guys in the next video.